Hi, it's Mobile Max in West Hollywood, California. It's January 3rd, 2025, Friday. Here's my thoughts on the January 1st attacks in Las Vegas and New Orleans. What does Ian Fleming, the great James Bond writer, say? First time is happenstance. Second time is coincidence. Third time is enemy action. And pretty much those are my thoughts on these two bombings on January 1st, or two terrorist attacks. Clearly they were separate but connected. First, the Las Vegas attack, the soldier, active soldier in the army, probably wasn't interested in hurting people. He was in a cyber truck, which is basically a very strong armored truck, and when his gasoline and fireworks went off, it only blew the roof off, and there was no other people around because it was in the morning of January 1st and everybody probably was in bed sleeping. He did it in front of the Trump Hotel, and the explosion was so contained that not even the front glass got broken of the Trump Hotel. So clearly this guy wasn't interested in hurting other people, maybe just in showing his story. But maybe he was just a diversion, and the main attack was the New Orleans attack, where this guy did murder 15 people and hurt 30 others or more, and he had placed bombs, or him and other people had placed bombs all over the place. And the security in New Orleans was very lax. They had these metal beams that go up and down, but somehow they weren't activated, and he was in his truck and he had a clear course for crowds of people and ran right through them. So there's big questions to ask about the New Orleans terrorist attack. This guy was truly intent on murdering as many people as possible. My big question in my mind is the timing of all this. Remember, just a few weeks ago in Syria, the United States of America and Israel and other allies had a great victory. For Iran and Russia were totally humiliated. Their big ally in Syria, Bashar al-Assad, had to leave Syria along with the complete government, and new powers took over. So Iran and Russia were totally humiliated and had a huge loss in stature and power. Maybe they activated these two guys. Are these two guys? Well, these two guys both were at one time soldiers. The guy in Las Vegas was a current active duty soldier, and the guy in New Orleans was retired, but they both were in Afghanistan. They both were at Fort Bragg. They both were in the army at the same time and in the same places. What happened at these places? Those are the big questions. Does Iran... Now, Iran has great knowledge when it comes to suicide bombers. Radical Islamists are well known for getting people to strap on suicide belts with bombs on them and walking into crowds of people and killing themselves and a bunch of other people. So does Iran have special knowledge about psychological profiles and procedures to brainwash people? I don't know. These are big questions. Were they deep cover operatives? And then how did they initiate them? Or do they have special techniques and technology to brainwash people over the internet? These are big questions. Those are the big questions in my mind, because the timing was just too obvious. Maybe the Las Vegas attack was just a diversion to throw us off the main attack in New Orleans, because clearly it seemed like the guy in Las Vegas was a lone wolf just trying to show his story to the media and have it in front of the two most well-known men in the world, and especially in the last few months, Donald Trump and Elon Musk. He's driving a Cybertruck and he blows it up in front of the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. So clearly he wanted to get attention to his plight and story. But the guy in New Orleans might have had help. They have like 3 or 4 other people who might have been placing bombs all over the place. And the big question of why the security was so terrible in Bourbon Square. So these are the big questions in my mind. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Thank you.